jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Saying that you're the best, you gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy, is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports.
Something. What's going on, everyone? WCS on deck with another one. Once again, salute to the ones that's in the chat. What's good? Shot News, the Sauce Experience, AK Showtime. What's good? Your thumbnail already a classic, man. I had to take him to education, man. I had to give him some education. Mr. Pass, what up? Big up WCS. DMB MH on deck. Salute WCS. Salute to you. I want to get some more people on deck before we get the lighten this up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So you can understand what's cooking. It's always good to bring awareness. That's all I'm trying to do is bring awareness, man, to the nonsense. I'm going to educate these dudes one way or the other so they can understand what it is, where they at, and what it is. All I'm doing is bringing awareness. Awareness. You know what I'm saying? Others may not want to say it, but I'm going to say it. I'm bringing awareness. Real talk. Big Blunts and Boxing, salute to you. What's good? You know what I'm saying? It might be people's favorite channel or whatever the case may be. That's on you. That's not on me. That's on you. You know what I'm saying? My thumbnail reads CHAMPSIDE, how to recognize you're just a YouTuber. All right? If you don't know, now you're going to find out. All right? So recently, we've been witnessing everything we need to know about BOK Prime. It's big. You know what I'm saying? It's getting free promo over here on YTC. Man, we got so many voices talking about it. But look, y'all need to stop talking about BOK Prime in relation to Blue Blood Sports. Talk about BLK Prime in relation to the fighters and BLK Prime. That's what we need to focus on. That's what we need to focus on. It's a reason that I'm going to make my point. I'm going to drive this shit home. It's a reason why larger entities outside of this enclave, this social media enclave, don't fuck with us. It's a reason. Because y'all niggas stay battling internal wars. You stay goddamn firing up and pulling your slingshot back and firing internal wars. That's what you do. That's why we cannot be recognized as a place where people can go and dip their hand in and source individuals to be professional and help them out on the exterior part of it. If they need some promotion, they need something to tap into other fan bases and stuff. They reach down to YouTube. That's why it don't happen on a regular basis. We have individuals on here thinking they Hall of Famers, legends, bro. Have you ever heard of a YouTube legend? Is it a Hall of Famer? Is it a Hall of Fame that deals strictly with YouTube? Because I want to know why these dudes always talking as if they above YouTube and they're on YouTube. All right? So we're going to break some shit. We're going to educate. You know what I'm saying? We're going to educate some things. I'm going to use the audio off Shaw News because I support the channels that I choose to, just like these other cats support the channels they choose to, right? So I'm going to do the same. I'm going to use some audio, right, that is pretty much highlighting a rant that was just released not too long ago, where CHAMPSIDE was protesting on behalf of Blue Blood Sports. You know, he feel he had to tell the world of the YouTube universe his discrepancies on how he felt about what was going on. All right? Now, I'm going to educate you on some shit now. Don't sit up here and point the finger at me and talk about them hate. I'm going to educate you on some shit. Because that's what is supposed to happen. Who say I can't come over here and educate these dudes? You need to get educated because some of these cats believe that they are the royalty of YouTube. You're not the royalty. My title says the emotional brand in the land. CHAMPSIDE, dry your tears, YouTuber. Crawford don't owe you shit. He don't owe you nothing. He owes you nothing, bro. Bernie the Boxer don't owe you a motherfucking thing. Terrence Crawford don't owe you a motherfucking thing. He don't owe Blue Blood nothing. Especially a person that used to freaking support the champ. He's still undefeated. All right? And he turned his back on him. Just like you, that CHAMPSIDE. Just like you, brother. You turned your back on Terrence Crawford. You did interviews with Crawford back in the day. You did interviews with Crawford back in the day. So why in the hell you turn your back on him then? Why all of a sudden BLK Prime, a so-called app that's in the tyro stages when it comes to boxing, why do you believe Crawford should dip back all of a sudden into the dang YouTube community when he ain't did it before BLK Prime even existed on this shit? What are you talking about? These fighters don't have to goddamn come in here in this environment, in this neighborhood, in YouTube and show any homage. The way y'all dudes be talking about these fighters, turning your back on them, having no loyalty, he's supposed to come back and show somebody who talked bad about him, who said Errol Spencer's gonna beat him, and you know, somebody who actually used to be a Terrence Crawford supporter. You're trying to tell us that he's supposed to come back and run this shit through Blue. That is absolutely wrong. That doesn't make any sense at all. And as long as you've been on here and as many videos that you always letting people know you're the baddest brand in the land, you would understand that shit. See, you can hang out in the area for a length of time. That don't mean you're furthering your education or you getting any more smarter of what you're doing. Anybody can get behind the mic and talk and this, that, and the other and talk to people. That's easy work. This is easy work. But let me help you understand something. Let me play the audio and let you listen to yourself. All right? We're going to listen to you. We're going to listen to you, and we're going to dissect some shit. Because I hear niggas all the time up here trying to act like the people underneath them are subordinates, what they don't know, pay attention, you don't know this, you don't know that, y'all niggas ain't doing this. Let's dive into this shit. Let's dive into it. Y'all be patient. Hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? Hit the like button. Do me that favor, hit the like button. You know, we're going to get some education today. It's imperative that we get some education today. Because there's too much of this going on when it comes to BLK Prime and all this other shit that's taking place where people believe that they supposed to be out here like a crossing guard and telling Team Crawford where to go. Go that way. Go that way. Yeah, YouTube. Go that way. Oh, you want to go? You want to go that way? No, that's Mike Carpenter and then that's ESPN. That's a damn network that's way bigger than you will ever be. I want you to go this way. I want you to go to YouTube. Okay, got it. So let's get down to it.
Extravagant banner going on in boxing. Show me your work. You ain't got nothing that you created to give to the world. Show me your work. You can't show me your work, nigga. You got Terrence Crawford posters on your wall. You couldn't make they low ball.
I want to back that up a little bit.
Show me your work, nigga. You got Terrence Crawford posters on your wall. You couldn't make they low ball Crawford. See a lot of.
See, pretty much already, let me set the scene for you, right? You can already tell there's something going on in the tone of his voice. The pitch is a bit high, falsetto, okay? It's a bit high because right now he's in his feelings about something that he can't control, all right? So therefore, you hear dudes in here talking all the time that claim they have this grand experience on YouTube. They on a whole nother level on YouTube. They've been doing it better than everybody else, right? So he's telling whoever to show him they work. But I got this question there, CHAMPSIDE. Why the fuck am I going to show you my work and you've had your channel taken down before? Why am I going to show you your work? Whether it's IG or YouTube, you don't seem to understand what the policies, the standard operating procedures is. You don't understand what you can and cannot do when it comes to content, when it comes to copyright, goddammit. Why am I bringing my work to you for, brother? Shout out to Champs for always showing our content love. We're on our third page, minus 70,000 followers we lost. And that's the only thing changed. CHAMPSIDE still associated with delivering the best content for the people and the champs. Tell a friend. So if you can't keep your channel up and you don't know the procedures for putting out content and what content that you're able to post without being copyrighted or without violating damn copyright rules and policies, why am I going to bring my work to you? Why would I do that? Why am I going to bring my work to you? Who are you, bro? You're not the commanding officer. You're not the approving authority for YouTube. You're not the approving authority, bro. You can't even keep your channel up. You're sitting up here talking about mine is this, mine is that. See, that's the problem. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to get on here and talk about what people should be doing and you want to use yourself as a measuring stick, right? Then therefore, you shouldn't take L's like that. You shouldn't take L's like that. Because if you're building up properly and you're paying attention, you're going to educate yourself on the process so you won't have L's where you goddamn get your channel taken down. Or you lose 70,000 followers. That's a huge hit when you're trying to claim that you're the baddest in the land, man.
This shit, I don't touch it. But this right here, it showed me a lot about the people. Tell me what you would do. Would you have had the background ironed out to put, oh man, you, like, come on, bro. It's easy to nitpick what somebody doing, but you've done nothing. You've done nothing. What's the main takeaway from today? Broner signs with BLK Prime. Who gives a fuck about the banner, nigga?
I do. I give a fuck about it. I give a fuck about it. Because the attention to detail is everything. Especially, once again, when you're trying to help the people understand, you're trying to convince the people that you're the measuring stick. Yeah, small, fine details like ironing off and taking the wrinkles out the damn step and repeat. That's the proper terminology. Step and repeat. Yes, that's very, very essential, especially when you're starting out. And you're walking into the motherfucking yard. You're walking into the jungle with some savages that's already been eaten. You have to come correct so those individuals don't look at you like, God damn, they seem so unprepared. They seem so unprepared. That is low level right there. They couldn't have communicated with anybody with the money that they putting out to these fighters. They couldn't have communicated with anybody. No. So it is crucial. It's very essential for them to iron out the wrinkles and make it look as perfect as possible or close to it. Yeah, I care. I'm pretty sure some other people who care too.
Who cares? Oh, they didn't have a crowd of people there. Who cares? When you starting up, you don't need to accumulate a bunch of expenses. So let me guess, would this have been better if they rented out some fucking ballroom and had fucking 50,000 people there and they did some extravagant banner, da-da-da-da? Yeah, they could have did that, but guess what? If they paying these guys what they paying them, it ain't cheap.
So we talking about something that ain't cheap. So I'm pretty much assuming that he's never ordered a step and repeat. Like I said before on my other live, a step and repeat is probably like $100-something. It's according to what size you get. That's all. So if they paying them millions, they can't afford $100 for a step and repeat, then good luck. Good luck. You know what I'm saying? Good luck with that. Good luck with that.
So sometimes you may cut your losses when you're building,
You're right. You may cut your losses because you've cut losses before. You've lost several dang followers, subscribers, or whatever because you want to put up content without following the guidelines and policies that you're supposed to. No one's trying to take L's for fun. And then when you have L's, you got to tell your audience that you took a L. No. That's not the way it's supposed to be. When you're moving up, when you're levitating, when you're trying to change levels away from a certain community, and you're trying to put yourself above the YouTube community, you can't take L's like that, brother. You have to educate yourself on what you can and cannot do. You can't sit up here and take L's like that. You can't sit up here and talk about what other people don't know. When you could have had a larger channel, a larger IG than what you have right now. But that's not the case because they kept taking your shit down.
we're starting off. We'll get fancier after the first time. We'll get better after the first iteration. We'll get better. We'll get stronger. We'll improve on our ideas. Trial and error. Have y'all ever heard of that? Probably not, because you ain't tried to do a goddamn thing. But
so here we are, another guy, you know what I'm saying, who's very egotistical. You know what I'm saying? You know, he's goddamn driven right now. He's intoxicated off his own freaking ego. His arrogance is exuding in his voice. He's pretty much trying to provide that cloud over everybody besides himself. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to say what you haven't done. You haven't tried anything. Who haven't tried anything? I'm going to take it that you talking about me. I'm just going to assume, I'm going to make a broad assumption you talking about me, that I haven't tried anything. I don't know if that's true or not, because you can't be talking about Bernie and Crawford. So when if you're basically correlating this to the YouTube community, brother, say some names. You're up here yelling and screaming, whining, but you're not saying no names. You're not putting no names and attaching it who don't know anything, who ain't never tried anything. You know what I'm saying? You need to be more specific. Provide the fine details line for line. So when people respond to you, they know exactly what you're talking about. Just don't get on here and rant. You're supposed to be separating yourself from the YouTube community, right? Well, you can't get on here and do what you're doing, brother. You can't get on here and do this. You're supposed to be the baddest brand in the land. You can't come on here and yell, kick, and scream, man.
Judge what other people are doing and try to knock what they doing down. The dude Blue ain't even get a chance to get this shit off the ground. Y'all already talking about how it's gonna fail. It's gonna flop. It's gonna fail. They ain't gonna pay the fighters. I don't know, nigga. Who knows? Maybe they won't. Who knows? But why is that where your mind is? Y'all know Blue Blood. Whether you like his videos or not, you know him. And if you watch him, it's like a lot of these dudes, they say, well, you know, Blue told us this, then he went this way. Bruh, every single person y'all watch on TV, what's up, y'all? I see Junior the Truth in the chat. Hold on, let me tool you up, man. You ain't shop. See all of y'all in here. My eyes went over there. I see some people I got to wrench up, but every person you see on TV has told you one thing and contradicted themselves at least once. At least twice. That's what people do. They contradict themselves. I'm sure I've contradicted myself. Maybe not intentionally. He don't owe it to y'all. Again, y'all say, well, he misled us. He told us that the fight was happening, but he knew he had this going on, da-da-da. I mean, I can't really speak for that. It is what it is. What are you going to do? So you going to throw Blue in the trash because of that? Because you didn't get Spence Crawford when Crawford could have chose to fight Spence his damn self?
So he did. He did choose to fight him. He did choose to fight him. I don't know where you're trying to run with that. I don't know if you laced up your shoes or not, your running shoes. But he did try to fight him. And we know that for a fact because he was in negotiation for months. He did try to fight him. He did try to fight him, CHAMPSIDE. He did try to fight him. Let's not have selective amnesia while you on your rant. He did try. Was he not in negotiations? Were me and you in the negotiations? No. So we on the outside looking in trying to figure out what's going on too. So we're picking and scraping whatever we can get from the goddamn media outlets like Carpenter to come up here and talk about it. But you ain't going to sit up here and act like he didn't try to fight Errol Spence, right? We're not going to play those games, CHAMPSIDE, like you don't know what's been going on the last couple of months, the last several months. We're not going to play those games, man. You know what I'm saying? You need to act like you know what it is and speak on everything. Don't talk around this shit. Talk on it. Don't talk around it. Talk on it, brother. If you're gonna come over here and point fingers, if you think you the holier than thou and you know the what they call it, the overseer, the YouTube overseer, like people go through you, you're the gateway to the YouTube heavens. Everything that you saying dealing with this situation, you have to keep it a buck on left and right side. You can't sit up here and advocate for your favorite fighter. You can't just advocate for Errol Spence. You got to keep that shit split both ways. Don't get on here acting like all Crawford had to do was fight Errol when he came in there with no promoter. Bob Aaron's on record as saying that it'll probably a bit more difficult for him doing negotiations without a promoter. But these same niggas up here whining and crying when he was signed to Top Rank. So he go over there to the black man, right? He's trying to sit up here and do the right thing and sit in negotiations, take less money. Everything that they was yelling for him to do, he wanted to try to appease himself, his team, and his fan base. He was willing to make a compromise, but you're not going to just smooth over it like it didn't happen.
If anybody deserved the blame, it's Crawford. It's not Blue. Because one, Blue told y'all that he was working with this company months ago. Did he or did he not? So
when he told us he was working with us months ago, CHAMPSIDE, it was for Brian Norman Jr. We didn't hear shit about Crawford. If Crawford's name was brought up 2 months ago when Brian Norman initially was on the panel with Blue, well, guess what? We want to hear the private conversations. Somebody present the audio. Present evidence numero uno, dos, and tres. We need to see you enter the argument, enter the evidence for argument. We need to hear the audio. If we can't hear the audio, then I'm assuming Brian Norman was the only fighter that was announced back 2 months ago. We didn't hear shit about Crawford. We didn't hear shit about Crawford, bro. So you trying to tell us he introduced us to BLK Prime and saying click the link, click the link, click the link? Did you fail to mention that in order for this BLK Prime to take off like a rocket, it would have been better if the Mickey Bay, right? If they was going to attach themselves to it, and Blue was there doing media, right? If you're going to attach yourself to Tevin Farmer and Mickey Bay fight in Arizona, it would have been great if the fight was going to happen. If they was going to attach themselves to it for a streaming service so we can actually see some type of productivity and we can get some numbers and we can get some administrative consistency on how they was able to pull it off. But we didn't have that because the fight didn't happen. It's no knock on BLK, but people was like, oh, well, I couldn't get into it. I couldn't even buy the fight. I couldn't do this. I couldn't do that. It's not like they didn't have a single fight CHAMPSIDE. They did, but people couldn't access it.
Months ago, he was working with this company. But y'all would have never imagined. I didn't even fucking imagine that Crawford would have been the person that would be fighting over there. And so I waited days. I'm still waiting for Crawford to acknowledge this shit. Why? Because Blue deserved that, nigga. He deserved a promo.
See, that's where you're wrong. He didn't deserve a motherfucking thing. Where does this D word come in at? Deserve. How do you believe this dude deserved Crawford to do a promo? How? I'm going to tell you what the promo's been. The free promo, CHAMPSIDE. The promo was at 7-Eleven when Crawford pulled up on him to talk to him about some things. That was the promo right there. Because that took the YouTube more than this shit right here that you talking about. That hit YouTube. Why wasn't you talking about the shit that happened over there? Why couldn't you get Blue Blood on your channel so he can tell us the details of what happened at 7-Eleven in Newark, New Jersey? That's what we want to know. Don't talk about shit that you're going to skip. I can tell right now you ran track. You're a little bit short. You 5'5", goddamn, with platforms on. But check this out. How are you just skipping and jumping hurdles on this shit without mentioning everything? You talk about BLK Prime was introduced, months ago, and you talking to us like we school children, like we don't know. Yeah, he introduced BLK Prime as Brian Norman being the first to sign, but we didn't know anything too much about BLK Prime themselves. The most I found out is when Get the Smoke did a tutorial, you know what I'm saying? And he did a walkthrough, a site survey. That's when we learned about it. We learned about that shit. I don't know what you're talking about, all this other information that you're trying to help us get without evidence. He told us 2 months ago, and it was more so Brian Norman Jr., bro. We didn't know too much about BLK Prime.
If they paying a man $10 million, damn it, they deserve the fucking promo.
So he's talking about somebody deserved the promo. If they paying the man $10 million, who is they? Let me wake you up to something, brother. If I'm a part of $1 million deal, right, I'm going to make sure the wrinkles are out. I'm not just talking about the wrinkles of the step and repeat. I'm talking about all the wrinkles that may come with me being a YouTuber. I'm going to make sure I elevate my status for this. I'm going to make sure this is something that's above that ESPN might reach down and say, I like what you did. I like what you did. Fox. Showtime, I like that. Y'all did a stand-up job on that. We appreciate that. But you trying to tell us that Blue deserved Crawford to come back through. No, we deserve to know the details of 7-Eleven so we can understand how all this shit started. You of all people, if you on here in a full-blown tirade, you should have asked Blue for the details of that conversation so we won't be left in the dark. We done heard everything. Well, it happened like this, it happened like that, and this and that, yada, 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 etc., etc. The fans don't know shit. Just like we didn't find out much about freaking BLK when Adrian Broner announced his signing. We didn't find out too much of anything about the organization. Like I said, I found out more from the site survey from Get the Smoke. So what are you talking about? People deserve something. You don't know how much money that Terrence Crawford is getting. If it's 8 figures, it's 8 figures. What does it have to do with you? What does it have to do with YouTube? What does it have to do with Blue? We don't even fully know if he's a talent agent or a silent fucking partner, dog. Which one is? A silent partner don't participate in daily operations, dude. Which one is he? A talent acquisition? A talent acquisition is just the opposite. They participate in daily operations. I guarantee you that. You missing some details, brother. Which one is he? As of recent, he say he's a silent partner. But before he was a talent agent. Which one is it? The duties aren't the same between the two titles. The duties ain't the same. So you got to figure out which one you want to hold on to while you up here advocating for somebody. Terrence Crawford don't owe this nigga a damn thing.
That's why, nigga. That's why I'm putting pressure. Like, when Crawford gonna mention this shit? Because, again, it's chess, it's not checkers. See, y'all think I'm doubting Blue. No, I'm putting pressure on Crawford to acknowledge what he say he gonna do, which is fight on BLK Prime. Don't tell ESPN, announce it with blue blood, niggas.
All right, so he said don't tell Mike Coppinger. So let's do some screenshot educational thumbnail flashcard type shit for your CHAMPSIDE. All right. I'm looking at your screenshot, right? Courtesy of WCS. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how many followers you got. I just want to see your description, your detailed description, brother, because you're up here talking very, very loud. But let me help you understand what the levels is the way you at, YouTuber. You and I, when it comes to YouTube, we're doing the exact same duties. It don't matter how long you've been in and who you interviewed. We're under the same social media canopy. Look at this shit, bro. Look at it. Look where it says underneath CHAMPSIDE. You said www.youtube.com. See CHAMPSIDE. You are a YouTuber. You are a YouTuber. Do you understand me? How to recognize you're just a YouTuber. Here's the first step for me to help you recognize you're a YouTuber, CHAMPSIDE. You said right here in your description on IG, YouTuber. And it gives who you follow by, right? Let me show you what Mike Coppinger. Let me show you where the professionalism separates itself if you want to get that attention that you're looking for. Look at this shit right here. Journalist. That J word sticks out to me more than everything. Journalist. Not a URL to your YouTube channel, nigga. He's a journalist, a boxing insider at ESPN, contributor to ESPN, WWE coverage. He has the link in the bio. He gives his geographical location. Professional. And check this out, CHAMPSIDE. Everybody know who you are because you said enough. But he shows his face in a suit. Levels. Levels, brother. Just like Terrence Crawford burned the boxes. Levels. You can't sit up here and separate him. You can't extract the man just because he's a mouthpiece for the team and he gives the YouTube community access to Team Crawford. You can't sit up here and act like you're the dictator, like you the enforcer, like you lost prevention. He don't owe you shit. Look at this man. He has a suit on, bro. He gives you a breakdown on what his title is. Journalist. Boxing insider. He tells you at ESPN. Why the fuck you act like he got to come to YouTube, nigga? You are the one that's up here giving people a URL to your channel, which you don't even have a picture. You're just like me. You're just a YouTuber. He is a professional working with one of the largest networks out there. When they break news to Mike Coppinger, he put that shit out. Whether you like it or not, people screenshot it and do lives on it. When they hear you ranting and raving on YouTube, They take their left finger index and they take their goddamn right index and they put it on their ears and say, God, oh my God, what is going on with this guy? Why is he so emotional and irate? This seems like a pretty calm topic to talk about. It's dealing with boxing. Two names that he knows very well. Why is he screaming? If someone was listening to you know what I'm saying, without headphones on, and they had a newborn baby, and they had the volume halfway up, the way you was screaming and shit, you'll wake the baby. The baby be up here screaming right along with you like, God damn it, do I have a brother or sister in this bitch? Mommy, daddy, who is that? I thought I was the only child. Oh, go back to sleep, go back to sleep. It's okay, it's okay. It's a YouTuber. It's a YouTuber. He's emotional. It's a YouTuber. Don't worry about it. I'll cut the volume. I mute it, okay? Don't worry about it. It'll be okay.
That's what I was trying to tell you, simple motherfuckers. Why are you telling Coppinger when you should have did what Boner did and go through Blue Blood YouTube channel?
So, we know right at this moment, there's some breakdown in stability, psychological stability. There's a breakdown. That shit has crumbled. Real talk. That shit probably already had fractures in it. And this brought him to a breaking point. When somebody yell and scream in the mic like that, you're not motivating the masses. You know what I'm saying? You're not rallying the troops. Because this is a simple topic that doesn't require this type of energy. The only way for me it's going to require me to yell and scream into the mic like that is that I'm a part. I'm 70 to 80% a part of something. I am somewhat of the controlling authority. I have a say-so in something. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about with this particular situation. Like if I was rolling with Team Crawford and I know what was going on and I can speak on it like Bernie the Boxer, you know what I'm saying? I knew a little bit more details. I would raise my voice a little bit more to react, to respond, to rebut to what I'm hearing from CHAMPSIDE as he goes on his tirade. You know what I'm saying? This dude is showing that he's losing his fucking mind talking about a basic, simple topic. Losing his fucking mind, dog. You're losing your mind over freaking Team Crawford for no damn reason. You're up here telling the people that he should have went through Blue. Blue don't have experience with dealing with this type of shit. He has to be consistent. So let me ask you this, CHAMPSIDE. If you and I ever met, right, and nothing ever happened between us, but yet I found out you was talking some shit about me. You turned your back on me. We never really had no direct interaction with one another, but you turned your back on me. You was talking mad shit. Only because I support another fighter. Right? Would you be so welcoming to come back and link up with me again and we can continue, you know, we can resume and reconnect as friends? You know what I'm saying? Would you be welcome? Because the way you saying that Crawford should go through Blue, he doesn't have to answer to Blue. Blue is not in any chain of command to do business with Team Crawford, shawty. He is not. You're not either. You wasted a time in your life that you'll never get back. You're over the top. Crawford don't have to sit up here and give him the opportunity. These fighters want someone who's pretty much has a respectable amount of loyalty when it comes to this media game. That's why you see Crawford selectively choosing who he wants to talk to, nigga. He don't have to sit up here and listen to you because that's your boy. You're showing bias. You're showing extreme bias, brother. And you did an interview with Crawford before. I didn't hear this same tone. I didn't hear you going all in and goddamn screaming and yelling. No, you was all calm. You know what I'm saying? You was monotone. It wasn't no disrespect like this. So you think just because you had one interview with Terrence Crawford, he's supposed to listen to what you say and go down here to Blue without ESPN? How does that work exactly? Do they come to YouTube to get advice for negotiating their contracts? Has he not made millions without the YTC community? Absolutely, dog. Absolutely.
That's why I question this shit. Not because of something Blue is doing, because Crawford should have went through Blue Blood to make the damn announcement. Not sources, nigga. Do you understand? Sources.
Watch out now. Listen.
Sources say.
Does that sound like somebody's in control of what they're doing? Listen to me. Y'all don't understand how important somebody is until you experience situations like this. I'm talking about impulsive, out of control behavior like this. Y'all can't continue to say we're going to talk about Crawford's numbers, compare to Errol Spence numbers and all that. But yet, the name Terrence Crawford forces people into situations like this. But psychologically, they fulminate so much, they be drooling at the mouth. They lose fucking control. This dude had to get off the mic and yell into the ceiling to my sources. Yeah, the sources that's on a larger platform than you. That's exactly what we need to know. He's in a larger larger platform than you, buddy. You have to accept that. It seems like you jealous because you want him to come down here, Terrence Crawford, and you think he should kiss Blue Blood's ass for what exactly? He should show him that courtesy for what? You have to establish a level of professionalism throughout. That's why with YouTube, you have so many people just dogging boxers. 1 minute you support them, 1 minute you don't. 1 minute you support them, 1 minute you don't. You know who is guilty of that right now? You, nigga, because you did an interview with Crawford back in the day. You didn't have this same tone. You was nice as could be. Now all of a sudden, you mad at the team because they call you out on your shit? Nigga, you don't have free reign and say, okay, check this out. I got the FOS, right? I got the freedom of speech. Reference the First Amendment. So with freedom of speech, if you want to go out here on a rant and you talk shit about a team, don't get mad when they call you out on it. Don't get mad, brother.
Sources say I wasn't questioning what Blue got going on. I'm saying if Crawford getting 10 million, nigga, why you not talking about this on BLK Prime? Fuck you going through Mike Coppinger for? Who works for fucking ESPN where you just left? And they paying you 8 figures? They deserve that look. That's why I went in on that shit. But y'all too simple. Y'all too simple to get that. Y'all too simple to get that. Oh man, what you think? Crawford ain't fighting on there? Well, do Crawford think he fighting on there? Because Broner already did his damn thing on there. He shot all the people out. Crawford still ain't acknowledged this shit. You think that's right? Do you think that's right? Do you think that is right?
So nigga, you asked the question goddamn numerous of times already. So are you asking yourself or are you asking us? Because you say, do we think it's right that he haven't announced it on BLK Prime? It hasn't been that long since the news broke. All right? It hasn't been that long. Seriously. It hasn't been that long since the news broke. Now I'm trying to understand, CHAMPSIDE. I don't want you to explain this to me, right? Why aren't you going off on David Avanesian like this? Why are you so attached to the black fighter? Why are you attached to the black fighter? Why? Because we need to link up some shit, right? If it's going to be a 7-Eleven meeting that everybody's attached to on YouTube, we need to know how that all worked itself out, right? Because that's pretty much what people are talking about. Blue being a part of this and him helping getting a fighter sign and all that. And people are really digging deep, just like I've had to shovel out from the beginning You know what I'm saying? Since Brian Norman was announced, I was pretty like, okay, I'm waiting for him to step in the ring. He didn't step in the ring. I said something about it, right? So we need to figure out the meeting. You know what I'm saying? We need to make 7-Eleven famous, right? And then we need to find out why you're not talking about David Avanesian. Why hasn't he? Maybe they have a time limit. I mean, not a time limit, a time on the schedule. Maybe it's on the itinerary that they're going to both do the presser. Why are you talking about Crawford? That's a little bit shabby, right? If they supposed to be the main event, that's a little bit shabby. Why would Crawford come out, promo, and we don't even have the main event? That's not the way it works, even on Zoom. Zoom would tell you about Crawford, and they would tell you about David Avanesian. Why are you not understanding that, brother? Why are you ranting and raving about Crawford, and you're not ranting and raving about Avanesian? It doesn't make sense, bro. You're not even acknowledging that he has an opponent. Y'all still up here bitching and complaining as to why he's not going to wait to 2023 to fight Errol Spence. Let it go. Let that shit go, man. Just breathe. Just breathe. Let the shit go. It ain't happening this year. And you can't stop that man from fighting who he's fighting. You ain't signing his check. You're not in training camp. You ain't doing any of that shit. All you're doing is here losing your motherfucking mind. Talking about shit that you don't even have the details to. If you want to do some research and you want to do some goddamn footwork, boots on the ground, find out what happened at the 7-Eleven, what was spoken on. Because there's still some people out here a little bit confused on that. We're confused at the timelines on when this actually was brought to the attention. And then for people to sit on live like they did, and so this is what we talking about. This is what we talking about, a signing. Well, Adrian Broner was signed, cool. But we didn't find out anything about BOK Prime. And then when he did an interview with Adrian, the questions wasn't asked about how did he even link up? How did he know Dez? All this other shit. I've been mentioning Dez, right? How did he even know Dez? When did this come about? He's asking about questions that doesn't do anything for the listeners. That's all I'm saying, brother. Hey, be careful. Don't have the volume turned up too high.
If someone commit to paying you $10 million and you couldn't make, they lowball Crawford. They lowballed him. The man signed him. Where the fuck is Bernie at, nigga? Drop a video, nigga. Talk to me. Yeah, fuck CHAMPSIDE. Talk to me, nigga. Drop a video, Bernie the boxer. Drop a video, Bernard. Come on.
Now listen, when somebody put that much energy, I'm pretty sure Bernie had that same expression that he has right there. He's laughing at this shit. They're in Colorado Springs doing team shit. They doing team type shit. They're working on the progress, bro. They're getting prepared for his fight in Omaha. They have business. And while they're doing business, you're trying to get his attention because you're mad at what he said. If he called you out on something, that means he disagreed with you, brother. You can't sit up here and get angry and start drooling on yourself and foaming at the mouth because you didn't like what he said. Why did he respond to you? Because you said something, right? Crawford allowed you to have an interview back in the day. Now all you niggas switching up on him because you feel like you want to go with the most popular. You want to go with the most popular, right? You want to go with the most popular fighter. Seriously, you want to know? You was talking about posters. Niggas have posters on their walls and shit like that. So let's go through your pound for pound list. You talking about niggas got posters of Crawford up on the wall, right? I'm pretty sure you got some Errol Spence posters in your bathroom. You know what I'm saying, on the ceiling. Something like that. That's your pound for pound list, right? So we know who you going for. This is another one of your screenshots. You point the arrow at Errol. The arrow is pointed at Errol. Okay, here's another one. The arrow is pointed at Errol. You letting your fans know who I rock with. Let me support. So what the fuck are you talking about, nigga? What the fuck are you talking about? There's another red arrow pointed at Errol. The arrow at Errol. You know what I'm saying? This is your shit. You're highlighting who you support heavy. You don't have no pictures, brother? You don't have no pictures in your domicile? You sitting up here talking about others, pointing the finger to others, but you have all these thumbnails that's highlighting Spence. He's top pound for pound list on your shit. So you trying to tell me Crawford shouldn't feel some type of way? When you start to badmouth him, look, you can support whoever you want to support, but don't act like this man can't feel what he feel if you start talking shit about him. You know what I'm saying? If you have a problem with the way Bernie is telling you in response to what you said about him, deal with it. Don't sit up here and make a fool of yourself, yelling and screaming, calling that man Bernard. Dude, you are extremely emotional and you need to get some motherfucking help, dog. You need to get some help. Because if you're the baddest brand of the land, you need to find the baddest brand of melatonin, nigga. Real talk. Today.
You talk so much now you don't drop no video? Come on, Bernie the boxer. Talk to us. The man signed everything. The man of Joe Gans. The man signed everything. Where you at? Give my nigga Blue some love. Come on now. With the internet out in Omaha.
Dude, he really putting some falsetto. He's at the, look, his barometer, his emotional barometer. Oh my God, that shit is incredibly high, bro. That shit is incredibly high. That's the type of shit you need to go to the doctor and get the blood pressure checked out. Because we have a team of individuals that's being criticized by outside entities that believe they deserve something. But yet when you talk about deserve, you don't talk about the principles that goes along with someone deserving something. It has to be some type of principle to it. You know what I'm saying? Are you loyal to that particular person? Have you been fair to that particular person? Are you not weighing them or comparing them to another fighter in an extreme biased way just because you want to follow along with your favorite channels? Are you doing that? Or are you just going on here yelling and screaming, dog? And you mad because, you know, Bernie the boxer spoke up. Why are you so emotional, bro?
Is the internet out in Nebraska? Come on, man. Y'all don't see this shit? Yeah, they went live to say fuck Blue Blood and fuck Champside. Where's the goddamn lie for BLK Prime?
Jesus Christ, bro. Damn. That falsetto at the end was crazy, dog. Was crazy.
Come on, man.
Come on, y'all. Let me get to the chat. Let me get to the motherfucking chat, bro. Jesus Christ, man. Hey, I'm gonna be honest with you, Champside. That's embarrassing, bro. That's embarrassing. Real talk. That's embarrassing, bro. You're just a YouTuber like us. You proved it. All y'all niggas get on here and think you're proving a point and you want to raise your voice and lose your mind because people disagree with you. You think this is free reign, man. You get to walk the way you walk and talk the way you talk without getting resistance. Life doesn't work that way. And you should understand you're not going to get a free pass on this shit. You're a YouTuber, brother. Remember that. You are a crying YouTuber right now. If you're the baddest brand in the land, you don't go on here and damn peek out like that. You're peeking out, bro. Your voice was cracking. You don't peek out like that over somebody. You don't do that, bro. My mom told me the first impression is the last impression. Real talk. We got to identify the impressions, man. What impression did you leave on Team Crawford for them to talk to you? Like you talk about you the baddest brand and you've been around all this time, but you done lost subscribers. You done had your channel taken down for this, and this. Bro, if you don't own something, you got to follow by the guidelines. So don't be out here trying to educate people and not explain your failures. But you're trying to identify the failures of others that you're trying to talk down to. No, clean up your failures first before you sit up here and believe you're an educator. You're not an educator, bro. You can't even keep your channel up consistently. If we're really talking about it. If you have 85,000 freaking subs on YouTube, guess what? Your video should average at least 10,000 views at least. Is that even a quarter of 85,000? You a YouTuber. You're nothing bigger than YouTube. It don't matter how many faces you get. Do you have an office building? People don't even know unless they see you in person how you look. What is the next step for you, brother? What are you planning on doing? How are you gonna elevate outside the YouTube community? It's not gonna be coming in here trying to protest for Blue Blood. I asked Blue Blood the same thing. How are y'all niggas trying to elevate outside YouTube and leave us behind? Y'all gotta leave us behind, man. Y'all gotta leave us behind. If y'all gonna come over here and try to talk down on us, right? At least be consistent with continuing advancement. So y'all continue to put yourself in a higher level of media reporting. If you're not willing to do that, and you just want to stay on here for the next 5 years and scream and yell about reporting media and think you're doing something another YouTuber is doing, shame on you, brother. That shit don't make no sense to nobody. Shit don't make no sense to nobody. Captain Chaos on deck. What's good with it? SVB Financial Group allegedly has a net worth of $17.87 billion. BLK is founded by SVB, I guess, Silicon Valley. The internet is undefeated. I ain't never heard CHAMPSIDE scream, but then again, I don't listen to the nigga. Man, this dude barometer peaked out, man. Your shit busted the top of the glass. It was goddamn emergency, over. Emergency. Cape Man P on deck. What's good? He said, man, I gave that channel a chance. Been done with that BS. W says you seem pretty balanced in subscribing. Yeah, I try to be balanced, but every now and then I'm definitely gonna make it precipitate with some thunder and lightning. You know what I'm saying? People say, well, you're talking about other channels. No, I'm just addressing other channels who talk down on the same channels that's doing what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? We're all on YouTube together. You know what I'm saying? He's not the biggest channel on here. You know what I'm saying? He's not, you know, he's dibbling dabbling from football to freaking boxing. That's his right. He can do that. But don't act like you're in the business. You know what I'm saying? Don't act like you're in the business of boxing. Don't act like you ever did this.
And now, a word from the president. Damn, it feels good to be a gangster. Getting voted in.
Don't act like you did that. Don't act like you've been in that position. Don't act like a small channel isn't making moves. Y'all niggas look at the subscribers and you are absolutely not getting anything from them except views. So how much of your Wall Street and value is going up in this YouTube game? How much? It don't matter if you interview 1,000 fighters. Are you advancing? Do you want to be a part of making moves? Because y'all sure enough jumped on Blue's cape saying, oh, he's a part of Terrence Crawford Avanesian. Let me tell you how stupid y'all are, right? You're trying to highlight what Blue Blood did and assisting, being a part of BLK Prime to sign Crawford. But all y'all doing is dogging Crawford out. So how can you praise Blue Blood for freaking being a part of Crawford signing a freaking 8-figure deal on BLK and you're dogging him out as a fighter? How are you going to elevate BLK for BLK for signing a fighter that you don't fucking like, dog? You don't fucking like Crawford. So what is it? You don't like him. You're saying it's because of him, the fight ain't happening and all this other shit. You don't like him. So you think he's going to come down and provide Blue Blood the opportunity to interview him when you out here running your fucking mouth and crying? It's not going to happen, brother. It's not going to happen. It's not going to fucking happen, bro. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Appreciate you subscribing, brother. The Chump and Champ podcast did an interview with Derrick James. CHAMPSIDE stole the whole thing. Hey, man. You know what I'm saying? He's the baddest whatever he's trying to do, man. He's emotional. For real. Emotional. Smash the like button. Jewels and gems are being dropped. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. I'm just saying, if y'all really making moves, on this shit, just present something that is legendary like this.
And now, a word from the president. Damn, it feels good to be a gangster. Getting voted into the White House. Everything looking good to the people of the world, but the Murphy family is my boss.
That's Showtime, Shaw News, riding down the strip with Jay Prince. Not because they just going on a joyride. It's the fact that this man had dealings, business dealings. He had business of a boxer who's fighting on Top Rank. He helped what? Facilitate a teenager to go in there and perform for Jay Prince when it came to sparring, to see if it was a fighter he was interested in signing. He was part of the facilitation of that. That's bigger than any one of y'all niggas are doing on here, bro. That's talking and rap. Y'all busy keep on talking about views, but this guy facilitated before he was even a freaking professional fighter. He facilitated the shit. He's riding down the boulevard with Jay Prince, bro. Y'all already know who he is. And then y'all turn around and say, oh, that don't mean nothing. It means a lot. Because I've seen it with my own eyes. It means a lot. You sit up here and act like you don't know people, but yet they're showing you they don't care about what you think because they're more involved in the sport of boxing than you will ever be. Y'all niggas are not with a boxer. You're not with the team. There are only so many places you can go on fight week. Especially if you don't have a team and a boxer that you with. There's certain amenities that you would never be a part of because you're a YouTuber only. That's it. It's the difference between online CHAMPSIDE and front side. It's a difference. You've been on the front lines of it. You've been on the front side of media. You did interviews. But there's levels. When you're in person, there's levels. Are you with the team? Do you plan on being a part of the team? Are you planning on involving yourself with management? Are you planning on closing the gap so you can have a bigger, larger platform to report on sports that you're passionate about? Or are you just going to stay a YouTuber? That's all. Are you going to stay a YouTuber so you can come over here and lose your fucking mind all the time? We need to know. Are you just going to stay a YouTuber, bro? Inquiring minds want to know. For real. Are you going to stay a YouTuber, bro? That's all I want to know. Are you going to stay a YouTuber? You're just a YouTuber. Over here screaming and yelling. If you're the baddest brand, then act like it. Don't sit up here and tell a fighter what they should be doing. Oh, you should have gave Blue. He deserved it. BLK. What's his percentage? What's his stock percentage of BLK Prime? What is his stock? Black people always talking about unity and cohesive and camaraderie and bonding together, but it's shit like this that tear all that down. Because in order for CHAMPSIDE to try to build up another brother, he's tearing down that other brother. Instead of coming down here with some sense and say, hey, I would definitely like to talk to you so we can actually try to, you know what I'm saying, come up with a common agreement to bring this shit to YouTube. I know it's some things that's been said, but maybe we can have a conversation and try to handle this on a much more peaceful level. You know what I'm saying? Because we all grown men. No. Always war. Always verbal jousting. Always contentiousness. Always animus. This shit never ceases to amaze me, man. These guys just come at war and they expect people to respect them. Don't nobody give a fuck about how many subscribers you got, bro. When you got a smaller channel out here that's much more involved with a larger network than y'all. But yet you disrespect them because you believe in what you see every time. Views, views, views. Super chats, super chats, super chats. That's all y'all niggas believe in. You can't come up here and talk down on another channel when you're in the environment of all these channels. You're a YouTuber, bro. You're no bigger. Your goddamn profile says that. Real talk. Your profile validates what I'm saying. Your profile right here validates what I'm saying. You have a URL for YouTube, nigga. You're not in a suit. You don't even have your picture up there. You busy up here trying to dictate what Team Crawford should do. You don't even have a suit on. You're not even showing your face, dude. How are they supposed to come to you and say, okay, that's a professional. All right, let's check him out. No, the only thing you ride off, the baddest brand in the land. The baddest brand. Why you didn't put that in the motherfucking tutorial, the bio? In my projects. Come on, brother. I'm talking about what people should do. The second you question anything said by saying these folks, you're a hater, a fraud, and part of the matrix designed against them. Shout out to Ghost on Deck. Man, don't get mad because I'm speaking on it. Because y'all get mad at people that go against you all the time, and then you block them forever. You just want to hear your voice and your voice only. Well, goddamn it, let me remind you of what you sound like, nigga. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing, dog. You're not even talking about something to defend you. You're mad at what Bernie said, and you want to attach yourself to what energy that Blue Blood is giving right now. People are tuned in to Blue because he's attached to BLK. You aren't. You're trying to get a piece of that clout and act like Team Crawford, who is signed to BLK. You want to come in from a different angle and act like I want a piece of this clout. I'm going to talk shit about him because I want a piece of that too. I want people to come over here and give me that clout because no one mentioned your name, brother. No one mentioned your name about helping, facilitate anything dealing with BLK. I'm not even for sure how much of what Blue Blood had to facilitate this, even his position. But you taking a different angle. And you're trying to basically soak in some of the clout and have them people come over here. Bro, you yelling and screaming like that is embarrassing. That's just embarrassing, bro. Exactly, Ghost. In the game world, nobody's bigger than the program. These YouTube dudes ain't got nothing to stand on. Nothing. I'm proving it right there. Look, I'm proving it right here. I'm giving you airplay, CHAMPSIDE. You have your YouTube URL up there, brother. That's not professional. You don't even show your face. You don't even goddamn have your picture up there. That's not professional. But you want somebody who compete in a professional sport, right? A person that you're talking about, you want them to come down here? You want them to take the elevator down? They say, hey, let me go down here and see what YouTube doing on the first floor. I'm so used to being up in the suites. The air is different and everything. You know what I'm saying? But let me go down in the basement. Let me see what these niggas doing. I heard that nigga goddamn CHAMPSIDE ranting and raving. Let me go goddamn take this nigga a fruit basket. Let me take him a smoothie and see can I calm this young nigga down. Because he's lost his mind, bro. I saw some videos he did on me back in the day. I thought me and him was, on that same channel, that same brainwave of respect, but I guess not. You know what I'm saying? It's too many situations that causes the YouTube channels to fuck over a fighter. And then as they continue to cover and cover, they might have a change of heart. That's what happened to Blue. Now he wants to act like he's advocating for Crawford after he done shitted on him. All because he's attached to an app, a streaming service. Man, people emotions, people that are smart and intelligent, they don't work that way. They're not programmed like robots, dog. You just can't turn to a different switch and they forget what you did to them already. We're not working off neural links. Maybe in the future, but we don't have neural links right now. We don't have people walking around here with inserted, embedded neural links where you can program someone. Nigga, what the fuck? Blue wanted to talk all this money shit, but his ass in the back of the plane. No, you didn't say that, dog. No, you didn't, dog. Chill, bro. Chill, chaos. Chill, dog. Don't sink the teeth in them. Don't sink the K9s in them too deep, dog. Cause look. I don't like getting into money. I don't. I try my best. But when people are so braggadocious about what they want people to believe, then you got to talk about it. Like if I'm with a company, I have facilitation to man. See, y'all gonna make me go somewhere else. I need to keep the energy on CHAMPSIDE. The crying is brand in the land. Folks only bring up unity when it's to benefit themselves. No one mentioned unity, brotherhood, and camaraderie unless it's to benefit them and their financial endeavors. I get it. I get it, man. Great point. I get it. And why always talk about unity in the struggle? Why do we have to be in the struggle to speak of unity? Are we a union when it's positive and the sun is shining bright and there's no animus between us? Everybody's getting along. It's cordial. Sung Freud. You know what I'm saying? Why can't we talk about unity then? No, we got to talk about unity when shit pop off and you have motherfucking pockets of insurgency. Goddamn pockets. You know what I'm saying? Of war. It's a battle going on. That's when you hear people, oh, I'm here for you. I'm going to take up for so-and-so. I'm here for you. Don't worry about it, dog. I got you. 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 I'm going to fire off. I got you, dog. I got you. I got you. But just in 2019, CHAMPSIDE, you was interviewing Crawford and you was all cool. 20 was the pandemic, right, CHAMPSIDE? So the pandemic, it wasn't too much boxing going on. Boxing going on. So I don't know what Team Crawford could have did to you in the pandemic. But in 2019, you did the interview with him, right? 2020 pandemic. Wasn't too much going on. 2021 was just last year. So you trying to tell me a pandemic where we was fighting in the bubble to 2021 when boxing slowly tried to get the cylinders moving to get boxing back in motion? You mad? You pissed the fuck off? When did all this damn shit come to a halt of you supporting Terrence Crawford? Because I see you have Errol Spencer your top pound for pound, which I have no problem with. But be very careful when you up here telling people they have Terrence Crawford posters when you got Errol Spencer your pound for pound. Stop it, bro. Stop it. That ain't fair. You ain't being equal. Blue was so far back in the plane, he went back into time. Damn, dog. Shit. So what you saying, Chaos, was it supposed to be $1 million company, first class ticket? Is that what you saying? Was it supposed to be Harlow singing first class? I'm talking about the remix when Brandy come in. Was it supposed to be a Jack Harlow special? I'll laugh my ass off. BLK Prime ain't get Blue no business class flight. No, from what's being reported, you know what I'm saying, man, I ain't faking the funk on shit, man. If I'm attached to something, I'm taking it as it is. I ain't coming here fronting for shit. But this BLK, you know what I'm saying, hearing what I heard from Get the Smoke, and I think Champ Ross was a part of facilitating that too, to all this stuff that's coming out about what Crawford should and shouldn't be doing. How y'all gonna build up, once again, how y'all gonna build up BLK Prime and get them to respect YouTube when y'all motherfuckers up here tearing down the fighter that they signed? Blue, you have to check CHAMPSIDE. He's not good for business, bro. He's going at Team Crawford, the same fighter that you've now chosen to advocate for, that you turn your back on. Now he's trying to sit up here and tear him down. So is he really fucking with you, Blue, the way you think he is? Absolutely not. Because professionally, he wouldn't be fucking up what you have going on. He's fucking up the bag. BLK Prime signed him, not CHAMPSIDE. You're saying you're attached to BLK Prime, but CHAMPSIDE is fucking up and talking shit about the fighter that you are trying to get the people to say, okay, I had a part in him signing this 10 million, 8-figure, whatever, $8 million, 8-figure deal. Therefore, CHAMPSIDE, I need for you to chill, brother. How are you going to go at a fighter and you're advocating and trying to tell them what they should be doing for Blue, and you sitting up here dogging them out? Does that shit make any fucking sense, brother? You're bigging up your boy, but yet you're dogging out the fighter that the app has signed. How do you feel, and why don't you think that's fucking up the brand? That's not professional, brother. That shit is not professional. It's ghetto as fuck, bro. That's ghetto as hell. You're up here criticizing Team Crawford, who's the biggest name that they've signed thus far. You're criticizing him. But yet you're attaching yourself to Blue and say, oh, you want to talk about Blue Blood Sports and CHAMPSIDE? What about BLK? You're trying to say, oh, it's an upstart. They new to boxing. Who cares about them taking the wrinkles out of the freaking step and repeat? Who cares about that? They just getting started. They have a budget. You know what I'm saying? And all this. You trying to talk as if they getting started. They doing the best they can. But furthermore, what you're doing is you're saying, well, where they at, I'm going to continue to keep them down there because I'm going to talk shit about the fighter they signed. Which one is it? You support Blue? If you support Blue, you ain't criticizing Team Crawford. Because what Blue is trying to do is trying to have people believe that he's Team Crawford and he's all about helping the brand BLK Prime. What you're doing is sabotaging it. Yeah, say you heard it here first from WCS. Brother, you're sabotaging it. Ghetto ass, project ass shit you doing. You're sabotaging it. Just the way black people do all the time. You're sabotaging it. You want to act like you boosting Blue up, but you're going to Team Crawford. Team Crawford have to be the one that signed the 8-figure deal with BLK, nigga. Shut the fuck up and support your boy and goddamn continue to build up what he has going on. You making it about you. You up here yelling and screaming because it ain't you they call. You ain't facilitating it. Big Bunch, that's MF Blue was so far back they had him putting luggage on. He was screaming, why it's just YouTube. New media today, USA Boxing, Coach Malachi on deck. What's good? Peace to WCS. Please let them get the likes up for my brother family. Shout out to Coach Malachi on deck. Appreciate you, brother, for pulling up. Everyone your best friends when you bring them some financial benefit. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know, it's all about, you know, when the expiration date on it. How long is that gonna last? How long is that friendship gonna last? You know what I'm saying? This is sloppy. You understand me, champ? This is sloppy. I don't care who supports you. I don't dislike you. I don't know you. It ain't no hate. Well, I'm gonna speak on shit just like you speaking on it. I want to remind you, you ain't bigger than no other channel on this YouTube shit. I'm gonna educate you enough to understand that you fucking up what Blue got going on. If you're gonna fuck with your boy, if you wanna fuck with another black man, that you say, look, this is what he said, people. Let me bring in another. Let me present another layer of evidence, right? This is how CHAMPSIDE is sabotaging this shit, right? This is how immature these niggas are. Listen to this shit right here.
That's picture perfect. So like I said, shout out to Blue Blood because a lot of y'all obviously wouldn't be behind this app. I mean, Blue is bringing his weight to their app. He's putting his stamp on their app. So honestly, Blue is bigger than the app. He is. He's already bigger than that app because more people in boxing know Blue Blood than more people know what BLK Prime is.
So that further proves my point. CHAMPSIDE say Blue Blood's bigger than the app. Now, when we talk about volume, what are we talking about? Are we talking about monetary volume or visual volume? Monetary volume or visual volume? You saying Blue Blood is bigger than the app, but the app is signing fighters. So if you believe that your boy is bigger than the app, once again, why are you sitting up here going ham on the fighter that he's attached to? He's attaching himself to again, that's signed to BLK. If you believe that he's bigger than the app, why aren't you trying to raise the app up along with the fighter that they just signed? Their champ. Why? Why are you up here sabotaging the shit, man? It's ghetto as fuck. Nobody else is going to come and damn support you on this shit if they really trying to dig into what you got going on. You're sabotaging the whole deal. Now, I have my criticism for Blue. But I'm going to tell you, if he's trying to build up his attachment respectfully, he's trying to work, just like you said. Y'all didn't give him time to get it off the ground. Nigga, you didn't either. So if you know what he's trying to do, and he's being criticized for putting out half-ass stories, this is what you should be doing. You should big him up. You should goddamn big up Team Crawford. You should big up the goddamn BLK Prime, which you say he's bigger than. So you should bring them up in the boxing game. You claim your channel is good. You lost 70,000 subs and all this other shit, right? So allow yourself to speak to your audience so they can be on board with what's going on with this process. Don't sit up here clowning BLK Prime that Blue Blood is attached to. You're sitting up here asking when he's gonna speak. That's none of your fucking business. If you was part of operations, nigga, they would have told you you are. But you're a YouTuber. Just like everybody else. You are a YouTuber. You're not a part of daily operations, nigga. You're not doing anything except going on here whining and crying. It's not a good look for you. Because if you're trying to build up, at first you act like, oh man, who cares if they take the wrinkles out the damn banner or not? So you support them being green to boxing, right? Okay, if you support them being green to boxing, support the fact that they still have growth, right? Okay, so if you're going to be a part of that cultivation and you're going to continue to help them grow, the best thing you can be doing right now is talking positive. Talking positive. But you going to war with Team Crawford, dude. You going to war with Bernie. But you acting like you supporting Blue and telling Crawford what they should be doing, but they signed to the very same app that you up here trying to tell us, hey man, people up here criticizing them. People criticizing them. They didn't have a lot of people in there. They had wrinkles in their damn step and repeat. You know what I'm saying? They just building. They got to learn through trial and error. Well, what the fuck are you doing? If they got to learn through trial and error and you're going to be a voice out here and you feel that your channel has all these subscribers, you should be talking more positive about Terrence Crawford, the biggest name that's signing them. Not sitting up here continuing to rant and rave and making it look ghetto and like YouTube is in the fucking social media projects, nigga. The fuck are you doing? Shout out to Captain Chaos with the $2 super chat, man. Yo, let's get Miss Parker as a ring card girl. You ain't lying, brother. For real. There's no such thing as black unity. That's a myth, fam. And I've been exposing this myth since I've been on YouTube. As soon as you make them mad, they turn on you. It's all fake, WCS. Appreciate that, coach. You know what I'm saying? I need to read that again. There's no such thing as black unity. And you know how that sticks? When it's come from another black man. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, you know how it sticks again? He's on YouTube. So you stay on YouTube long enough, you become acclimated. YouTube is an acquired taste. You just can't jump your ass on YouTube and think, I'm ready for this shit. You know, that's not it. It's an acquired taste. You have to stick around long enough to get through the bitterness of it. So when that shit presents itself again, okay, I know what to do with this. I know what I need. I know what I need. Cause there's some bitter ass niggas on here, bro. They look, they will go up here and dog out and criticize and talk shit about other channels. But then when other channels that they've been speaking as subordinates or inferior, they get mad. They feel like, no, you don't supposed to do that. That's not the protocol. That's not the chain of command. It's a chain of command on here, nigga. How? You don't own a portion of stock of YouTube. Niggas need to understand. It's up to you. It's all for one and one for motherfucking all. It's up to you on how you build your subscribers and your fan base. But when you sit up here and you talk down on other channels like they don't know shit, they're gonna come back at you. I hope everybody with skin color like mine get rich and is happy and their kids have enjoyable lives. The good thing about YouTube, you're able to replay the videos, right? You can hit replay. Seriously. All you got to do is hit replay and listen. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. But when you hear people like CHAMPSIDE up here losing his fucking mind.
Where you at? Give my nigga Blue some love. Come on now. With the internet out in Omaha? Is the internet out in Nebraska? Come on, man. Y'all don't see this shit?
Yeah, we see it. We see it. We see it. We hear it too. Because you up here sabotaging what you sit up here and was criticizing us for. You saying that Blue was trying to, we didn't wait to Blue get the shit off the ground and all this other shit because it was broken as if it was a meeting at 7-Eleven. So you sitting up here saying we was criticizing before it got off the ground. And what are you doing? You're doing the exact same thing, dog. You're up here criticizing and dogging out a fighter that's signed to the very organization that blood is attached to. He's attached to it. You're not bigging up your guy. You're sabotaging him on a sneak tip. You're subliminally sabotaging this shit. You think going at the biggest name that's attached to it, he's going to come to YouTube? You're the dumbest nigga to have a channel, dog. It's no way you believe that he's going to come down to YouTube. Or, look, listen. It's not 1 minute that you think if they have a press conference that Terrence Crawford is going to, a person who is known for having niggas apologize, known for pulling up on dudes. You think he's going to give Blue Blood his undivided attention just because he signed with an app and they have a press conference and him and David Avenesian is there and he's going to give you, no, fighters are waking up, I believe. You just seen what happened with Deontay Wilder in the boxing voice. His people gave him the signal. Who are you with? You with who? Get out of here with that. They're waking the fuck up. They're listening to the YouTube. If you think they don't listen to YTC, they do. You think he's going to come in here for a media scrum and give certain media all that attention that they're looking for? No. He's going to go to the Mike Coppingers. He ain't going to be able to like everybody, but he's going to go to the Mike Coppingers. They have a much larger fan base than you will ever have on this YouTube. You can't even keep a channel up for 10 years. So why would he come through the YouTube community so to appease you? You're nobody. You're a YouTuber, bro. You're nobody in this game, man. You're nobody. You're screaming. You sounding crazy right here. You know, it seems like you need to be admitted to an asylum, man. They need to then check you for medication. For real. You're losing it. But if you're a lying ass, misleading ass sucker motherfucker, then the hell with you. Anybody hear about Boo Boo signing with BLK? Listen, no. I heard somebody suggest the shit, but suggested he may, I don't know. I'm not even riding out on that. This is a straight up CHAMPSIDE goddamn live right here. If he signs with him, it should be popping up in the next couple of weeks, hopefully. Shout out to Jay Dixon, man. I'm seeing you in a century. Appreciate you pulling up, dog. Maybe he should interview Blue and ask the questions that people want to know. I mean, that would make more sense. It does make more sense. Absolutely. I agree with that. It makes more sense. Interview your boy. Instead of dogging out Crawford, interview him so he can tell you, he can give you the drop. That makes a lot of sense. If we would more so provide each other with insight in a positive way as far as the union goes, you know what I'm saying? And build up the cohesiveness, it'll be great. But everybody believe that if they're not the one getting the most views, then they don't want to damn assist nobody. You know what I'm saying? If you really rocking out with Blue there, CHAMPSIDE, and you rocking out with the BLK, and you talking about, oh, you haven't get him the opportunity to get it off the ground yet. You haven't get him the opportunity to get it off the ground. But what are you doing? You ain't trying to goddamn allow them to stand up on their own. You dogging out the damn premier fighter that they signed. You going at war with Team Crawford. But yet you acting like you bigging up Blue. Blue is not the one signing the checks, brother. So that means you need to fall back and play your position. Seriously, bro. You need to be more mature about this situation. Fall back and play your position. It's incredible the way you acting, bro. Immature as hell. There's no way you can sit up here and say you're the baddest brand in the land and you up here acting like you insane. You ain't helping him with his move. You ain't helping him with his progress. You should be trying to do that. Set up an interview. Set up an interview with Blue and ask him the questions you want to ask him. How did this all play out? For those individuals that have questions without answers about how this process worked, because when I listened to Blue, that was in his mobile headquarters in the dark, he left out a whole lot of details. No dates, no timeline. You know, no range that we can go off of to figure this and put this together. Nothing. They mad at Bernie. He told them he'd be sweet popping champagnes. For real, dog. This about going at Bernie. Dude, come on already, dog. But that's a solid point by Jay, man. Goddamn, drop that in his inbox on IG. Interview Blue so we can get more clarification. Because you know what? I'm pretty sure since you have the baddest brand in the land, you should get no less than 800 tuned in. No less. No less than 800 tuned in. If you do this right, exclusive interview with Blue Blood Sports to break down everything we need to know about BLK Prime and Terrence Bud Crawford signing. I'm pretty sure you will have goddamn minimum 800 people tuned in. Courtesy of J.A. Dixon. You feel me? I didn't come up with the idea. Demetrius Andrade is not signed to BLK. He is signed to Dimitri. The same people who signed Clarissa, and he happy where he at. Good to nip that in the bud. You know how rumors get started. Yeah, it's the mobile headquarters, man. For real. Hey, media reporting on the move. Trap Media. Let me see what Trap Media talking about. Let me see if this is something that benefits me. Hold on for a second. No, that's not what I want. I don't know. Who are you talking about, Trap? Who are you talking about, brother? Let me see if I think I can wheel this in. I don't know who you're talking about. Real talk. Who are you talking about? When you say he, who is he? He doing an interview right now with somebody else. Who? Crawford? Who? Who is he interviewing with? If you're going to drop some media information, man, let me know. Like, who? Who? At WCS, yeah, the rumors, wow. I've been trying to clear that up for them for a while. I don't know why they starting that. I heard it the other day on in the chat. Somebody saying, hey, Demetrius Andrade might be signing with BLK. You know, I didn't think too much of it until I see the shit pop up. You know what I'm saying? And populate in the YouTube community. I ain't see it populate too much. 1 second they call Paul Andrade all types of names, and next second they want us to sign to BLK. Okay. So hold on. So he's breaking down details. Okay. I catch it on replay. Real talk. I catch it on replay. I'll catch it on replay, bro. Because I don't understand that. Like, you know, this, when you talk to other black people, they always say shit like this. Like, they say, well, you know what? First of all, when it comes to working together in an environment like this, I'm not saying all black channels aren't working in unison. You know what I'm saying? For an effective, you know, to move forward toward effective progress, traction, improvement, whatever the case may be. Work together for improvement. So these channels can benefit together, right? But when we do things like this in the YTC community, it looks so ghetto and project type shit because it's so much division in this motherfucker. Like, you got too many people that's going at a situation and they act like they advocating. They're protesting in the name of. But how can you protest in the name of Blue when Blue himself hasn't gave us details about the situation? So what that's going to do is stir the pot with these people. They say, damn, I don't know shit. Is it for real or isn't? How much of a role do you have with BLK? I don't know. The audience don't know. Don't get mad at WCS and listen to whoever it may concern. You better be glad I didn't put the phone number out and a screenshot on this live. You know who I'm talking to. If you're going to call me from a number and it's not your primary number and you're trying to get me to pick up, listen to me. And your voice is on the voicemail and I call you back 3 times and you didn't pick up, you better be glad I didn't put your number out here and say, can somebody tell me who number is this? Because I don't know. You call me up and then you don't want to pick up the phone. What did you want to talk about? What did you want to speak on? Because I missed your phone call, but then I call you back, nothing. And then I hear you on the voicemail. I say, okay. Call you back again, voicemail. Call you back again, voicemail. I'm not calling you back. I don't think Boo Boo ever going to get a top fight in the ring. Hey, appreciate the information, Trap. I catch that definitely on replay, bro. I would highly suggest y'all get in touch with Samson Boxing because Demetrius Andrade reached out to the PBC to make him versus Benavidez for December, and Samson refused it. Oh, shit. Damn. Okay. Damn. You know, Demetrius Andrade is known for, see, he got a black eye on him. He got a black cloud over him a little bit with these fights. And not being able to make the fights is being difficult a bit. you know, requesting more money at the last minute and all this other shit, man. He just got that stigma placed on him. I guess we're not going to get Terrence Crawford versus Errol Spence Jr. then. Man, stop it. Listen, let me clarify, Alfonso. I'm not gonna you know what I'm saying, discard what you said. This is the deal. Crawford said when he finished with this fight, he's gonna revisit the Spence negotiations. He didn't say he was done. He said he's gonna revisit the Errol Spence negotiations. That's what he said. He didn't say he was done with it. So why they mad is, I'm going to tell you why they mad. Those individuals that find themselves complaining about Crawford standing up and renegotiating. I'm going to tell you why they mad. Because of the amount of money that he is making. They wanted that man to go over here and have Errol Spence, you know, be the lion's shareholder. They wanted to see him vast in the glory. They wanted to see Crawford crawl, scratch, you know what I'm saying, go in there, you know, with very minimal compensation for his effort, being he's a top pound for pound fighter and a three-weight champion. They mad. They mad. They want to talk about he had the contract for 14 days and he sent it back, and they sent back, oh, we'll do it next year. Stop it. They would have gave him a timeline. If they was really trying to rock with that November date, they would have gave him that date on the contract, and they would have confirmed that everything on here is no change. When should we have it back? We're going to have my people look at it, and we should return it to you back at this time. They're trying to say that Crawford kept the contract for an extended period of days, in the meanwhile negotiating the David Avanesian fight. Why did it take so long? If y'all people wasn't up there trying to give this man a contract that included so many stipulations that Errol Spence did not have his last 4 fights, who's to blame? All these dudes get on here and say the same shit about Crawford. They into his pockets. They into his motherfucking circle. You know what I'm saying? They want to know how much money he shouldn't make. This man stood up and said, I'm not waiting out the rest of the year. I'm going to make my money. And then the 8-figure deal came out. They fucking upset. Look, they're saying the man should have waited through the holidays so they can fight February. Is it that? Look, we've been waiting for 5 years, and these motherfuckers up here talking about waiting another 5 to 6 months. You a hater. Nigga, you a hater, bro. Y'all hating. Oh, and Sampson admitted that on Chicken Talk this week. And it was a direct call to the PBC, and Demetrius Andrade didn't request anything more or any of that. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Gems being dropped. So y'all can answer your own, you know, you can get the answers to your questions about Demetrius Andrade signing would be okay. It don't look like it's a possibility. Seriously. It don't look like that's it. But hey, CHAMPSIDE, you need to find some melatonin, man, and chill. Real talk. And every time you want to talk about you the baddest brand in the land, look at how descriptive Mike Coppinger is, whether you like what he put out or not. Y'all ran with the 8-figure. Y'all screenshot the fuck out of it, and y'all talked about it. So you can't hate the man that much. Y'all can't hate him. But when he was on there with Max Kellerman, and Max Kellerman was saying that Crawford was a duck, oh, you hated him. You hated the fuck out of him. But when he came out with that 8-figure deal, and now y'all want to run and say, oh, shit, Crawford, he's signing with BLK Prime. Negotiations is over with. Him and Crawford not fighting this year. Man, get the fuck out of here, bro. You got to be better if you're going to convince if you're going to convince us you're not just a YouTuber. Come on, man. Let this man go up here and do what the fuck he want on this app. Let him get the fight, the stay busy fight, get his purse, go in there and perform, and then move on to the next and revisit this negotiation. It's not difficult. If the date was the only problem, and that wasn't a date that Crawford changed, that's a date that they sent him in a revision. Then after he step out the ring, all they have to do is get the date for 2023. When's the date? March or April. It shouldn't be no other stalling and shit going on. If they come up with some new shit that they create over the holidays, then what y'all gonna say then? Let's just hope no more stalling and we get straight to the point and make it happen. That's it. No more talking, shawty. No more motherfucking talking. No more talking on this subject. So what I'm about to do, damn, Benavidez don't want to fight Andrade either. He blacklisted for real, for real. Well, I'm going to tell you the only reason these fighters may not want to fight Andrade because they don't want to go through the difficulty of making the fight happen. And also they don't want to put themselves through training camp and something happen with Andrade pulling out of the fight or trying to do something at the last minute, business related, that derails the fight from happening. I'm serious. That's what I'm thinking of right there. That's what I'm thinking of. That's what I'm thinking of, man. I want to hear your thoughts, man. I got a little time. I want to hear the people's thoughts. Seriously, I want to hear the people's thoughts. You know, because I think when it comes down to what we've listened to thus far, we don't want to hear that shit no more. For real.
Out in Nebraska, come on, man. Y'all don't see this shit. Blew some love. Where you at? Get my nigga Blue some love. Come on now. With the internet out in Omaha.
That shit don't make no sense. That shit don't make no sense at all. That shit makes no sense at all. If Demetrius was to pull any stunts, he is liable for damages. That's contractually covered. Okay, for sure. Shout out to Bruce Gas, Boxing Jazz, and more. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. His difficulty is something media constructed. He admitted to his mistakes years ago and moved past it, and he was negotiating in good faith. Well, they're gonna have to put that trust in him, bro, because the Charlos fucked that shit up. Like they drove that shit deep into the ground. Deep into the ground. I swear to God, boy. Like, damn, Charlos drove that shit deep in the ground. Juice Lee on deck. Salute to you. They drove that shit deep in the ground, people. Deep, deep, deep in the ground, man. So y'all hit the replay. Man, let me know what you think about this audio. You know what I'm saying? CHAMPSIDE, you gotta do better, man. You can't be up here getting all emotional and talking about people got, Terrence Crawford posters in there when you have plenty of thumbnails where you highlighting Errol Spence as your favorite fighter comparable to Terrence Crawford. So that means you have posters too. Until next time, man, y'all turn up and tune in to World Combat Sports. I'm out. Hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? Sub to the channel. Appreciate you.